ॐ ॐ ॐ सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ॐ समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो नमः मंडूकमहर्षे गौडपादाचार्यवर्याय आद्य शंकर सद्गुरवे नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः अथर्वेदान्तर्गत श्री माण्डूक्योपनिषत् शांति मंत्रः ओम भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षवीर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ शान्तिः 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 अथ चतुर्थ अलात शांति प्रकरणम् हरि ओम salutations to God the Guru Parampara and in general in all shastras particularly in Mandukya that also in the Karikas what exactly is done is with the help of the Shastra, with the help of the way of thinking, logical as given by the Guru, we are slowly enhancing our understanding and acceptance of the higher and greater truths or realities. Because truth and real alone can give true and real happiness, which is liberation. The untruth and real will definitely will give us the opposite of happiness called as bondage. And here, whether we use our intellect and use the logic and Shastra and gain higher knowledges and thus get liberated from the lower, or we try to continue living at the lower, it is both our choice. Nobody will force us or compel us. It is in our own interest and it is with our own interest. But the information is given. So this is how the Karikakara, helped by the Bhashyakara, are telling us that in this way, if you can use your intellect and think, you will come to these higher understanding. What is the highest understanding? Ekameva dvayam brahma na ya nana asti kinchana. But I am seeing the nana. No, these are the reasons because of which we are seeing. Though you are seeing, these are the reasonings or logics by which you can understand that they are seen but not real at all. At the highest level of the understanding of this particular portion, you know how would be the conclusion? Ki I experience myself as Jiva, I experience myself as Deha, I am experiencing the world in front of me with all its perceptions. I experience my friends and enemies, and with them the Sukha and Dukkha. Now, with the clear understanding of these Upanishads, this sequence, whatever I mentioned now, all of them will be found to be I am experiencing, but they are unreal. That is a matured understanding. I am experiencing, though they are unreal. Then the topic comes subsequently. So how you can experience though it is unreal? Only one answer, which is very elaborate and important, is because you are choosing to be. It's your choice. Knowingly or unknowingly, you have chosen it. That's so. By choice only creation, by choice only getting bound in creation, by choice only suffering, by choice only coming out. The right choice takes us away from the bondage. The right choice, wrong choice, right choice takes us away from bondage. The wrong choice keeps us in the bondage. It is your choice. This is what Vedanta talks about. You have the intellect, you have the capacity to analyze and understand. There is a lower, there is a higher, the highest. Highest is bliss giving, middle is the giving of happiness, lower gives only dukkha. Choice yours. So here in the ALAATHA Shanti Prakaranam, fourth one, in the second portion from 48-49, with the example of ALAATHA, the mashal, the firebrand, the torch, we are taught. What final thing is, there is only dot. of the torch or agarbatti. All forms are seen, but nowhere they came from. No matter is there in them. Nowhere else they go. They don't even go into the mashal. Therefore, with all these logics, what conclusion is? Though it is seen or appearing, but it has no reality. Then what to do? Don't value it. Not valuing itself is the solution. To not value only with all logics, it is proved that it is unreal. What we are doing, just because seen, we give it the value of reality. Once you give the value of reality, we become responsible to like it or talk about it or think about it. All that natak. No, listen. The entire purpose of telling us that the world of duality is unreal is only one. Is that therefore don't value. Get freed from it. This is the main thing. If this conclusion has not come in us, the purpose of the entire study is not fully fulfilled. These three, four things let us keep in mind. And this makes, as we had the topic just now, the life simple. And the simpler than the simplest thing is the all pervading Bhagavan. One can experience him only in this way. When we reject the complicated world on the strength of logic, that it is only appearing or seen, but there is not even iota of reality in that. That is why the snake example. What is to be done to avoid all fears of snake? Just to simply say that it is not there. That's it. Okay. And with all your struggle of inquiry, everything, you will come to this conclusion only. It is not there. That is truth also, and that solution also. Snake is there, is unreal also, and problem also. Untruth. So too, the world is there, is an unreal and is a problem. World is not at all, there is a reality, truth, and that solution also. It's as simple as that. With all complicated study of Vedanta for years together, holding on to so many Upanishads as authority, what we come to this is only Parabrahma is real. Jagat is not real, so I'll mind Paramatma. I am not minding the Jagat. Why should I mind the unreal? You mind it, it becomes real. Then really you suffer it. At the level of Adi Shankara, Gaudapada level to even wo bhi nahi hai. At level Adi Shankara, it is just the utility purpose. More than that, don't give reality. Then reality will be missed if you really value this. At one level, we have to rise to that level. May not be in the beginning. Like in the beginning of your life, age of 25, 30, up to 60, the world is real. The wife and husband, children are real. Samsara is real. All obligations are real. Earning is real. Spending is real. Saving money is real. All important. That's how the maja and tamasha at that time. But as we rise above that, the way to rise above it is slowly reduce it. As you know, the Majidar Bath, then you give the reality or importance, in that age of 25 to 60, you will indulge so much in so many things and all. Lagta hai itni duniya itna kaam hai, itna bada hai. But on the age of 60, when you stop giving less value and saying it unreal, you will see the life become free from all that. Don't you see now, 5 years back or 3 years back, how many clubs you were members, how many organizations you were member, how many places you used to go, how many people you used to meet, how many calls you used to make, how many programs in TV you used to do, how many newspaper you used to study. That was that world at that time because you gave value of reality to them. अब देखो नथिंग एक्सेप्ट मॉर्निंग इवनिंग स्वामी जी उनके सामने बैठो पुस्तक पढ़ो कुछ दिन के बाद ये भी छोड़ दोगे हम ब्रह्मास्मि Where were they? They are there. Where are they now? They are gone. How? Because you have not valued. But is there thing having value or not? If you give, it is there. If you don't, it is not. That's only life. Wonderful. Make it simple is a good topic we have chosen. It flows into Upanishad class also. That was not a deliberate way. मेरे को पता नहीं था इन दोनों के इतना नजदीक कनेक्शन होगा. So Alatha example is thoroughly understood now. Alatha spandana abhasas. The question is neither of Alatha nor spandana, but about the abhasas. So at the Spandana Kala, Alabhasas never came from Alatha, never entered into Alatha. When the Spandana stopped, they were went into somewhere else. While Spandana also, they never came from somewhere. And could do they exist independently? No, because dravyatva abhava. No dravya, therefore it is not independent. Not came from Alatha, not entered into Alatha. Neither came from something else nor entered into somewhere else. Then it's a peculiar appearance when the Alatha is moving. And movement of Alatha is not a cause for its person. It's a observe, its presence there. Then how do you describe it? You can't describe. That is what its description. But it can go away. When you stop the movement of Alatha and look at the light dot or spot, all the appearance of Rujuvakra have gone. So the shloka alate spandamane vai nalata where did we do? 51 हो गया विज्ञाने स्पंदमाने वै नाभासा अन्यतो भवा न ततोऽन्यत्र निस्पन्दात् न आलातं न विज्ञान विशन्तिते न निर्गतास्ते विज्ञान द्रव्यत्वाभावयोगतः कार्यकारणताभावा यतो अचिन्त्या सन्निवते. So what is the samudaya artha of the 51 and 52 is said in the second para. Then we will take to this 53 onwards. 52 mantra, 51, 52 summary is this. What is that? Yatha, listen, first example. Yatha asatsu rujvadi abhaseshu. Rujvyadi. Ruju, Vakra, Adadi, Abhasas, though they are asattu, Rujvadi buddhi drushta alata matre. What is that? In our own Buddhist acceptance, there is the vision of the Rujuvakra, the shapes. In the same way, tatha asatsu eva jatyadishu. In the same way, though the jati, vastu and chalanam, though they are not there, vijnana matre, in the pure self, jatyadi buddhihi, that these three things are there, mursha eva, they are not real, it is samudaya artha. This is what the conclusion of all the discussion last 6 slokas, especially the last 2. Now deliberate on this. What is definitely there is alatha. Is it not? And where do we say the abhasas are? In the alatha. In the logical analysis, are the abhasas are there or what? No. So what's happening? In our mind, a concept is made of those abhasas as if they are on the alatha. Why do we say they are on alatha? Because when alatha is not there or not moving, the abhasas are not seen. Pure andhere mein, you don't see all those. In the complete dark room, if you see all these, इसका अर्थ क्या है? थोड़ा आँख खराब है, check करना है. Just because in the presence and movement of the alatha, the abhasas are appearing, two mistakes are happening in us. One, we are accepting abhasas are there. Second, we say they have come from the alatha. Actually, on logical analysis, both are wrong. First is, neither they are there. Second, nor they have come from the alatha. Be clear in this understanding. First, in the example. Same thing you apply about the self also. Self is never absent, it is eternally present. In the presence of self only, all upadhis are working and Jagat is seen. Just like in the presence of Alatha only, the abhasas are seen. Rujuvakra. No, just like because the Alatha's presence, these are seen, you can't blame the Alatha as the cause for them. And they have never come from Alatha, never entered. In the same way, in the presence of the self, the entire thing is appearing. Be attentive. All the appearance is unreal. It has never come from the Paramatma at all. See that the contradiction there. Never come from Paramatma, nor they are real. But we are experiencing. Snake never came from Rome, and not it is real. Yet we have experienced. That is what in the example is taken for, no? That thing which is experienced but not real, is called as mithya. And about that you can't explain. That is its answer. Therefore, achintya yavate sarve. What is achintya? You don't break your head to understand it because the intellect has no ability to see it. Other than intellect, we have no other instrument to understand things. Intellect cannot understand it. Because the intellect cannot understand it, problem need not continue. Why? Same intellect, when it is used in knowing the truth, in intellectual understanding, and when one establishes the truth in the experience, be attentive. The alatha go, the abhasas go away. Along with that, the questions go away. You don't need to ask answer. क्वेश्चन ही नहीं है तो सवाल ही नहीं है तो जवाब है। वो जगह हम कहते हैं कि नहीं नहीं, सवाल ही नहीं पैदा होता, फिर जवाब की भी जरूरत है नहीं है उसका अर्थ। So, what is therefore this entire Jagat, inner and outer, individual and total, subtler and grosser, all the Jagat is nothing but an inexplicable appearance in the presence of Paramatma. They have not come from Paramatma, they have not come from anywhere else, nor they can independently exist. But it will go away when the experience of Paramatma comes to us. And that Paramatma who is blissful, which is reality, him we have rejected. And this world, which is no pith, no base, no substratum, no matter in it, we have given it so much importance that it has become real and sitting on our head. It's just like a person, anybody is useless in our life. But we have some utility value, then you think that person is useful and you keep him on your head. Don't we do that? Otherwise, useless everybody. But some use you have required, then you make that person useful and put on your head. Kursi is useless if you have learned to sit on the ground with yourself, but then you made it compulsory. You have created a utility in you that मैं नीचे नहीं बैठ सकता. Therefore, kursi has become so important that you look for chair every day when you sit, when you want to sit. Wherever you go also, kursi चाहिए ही आपको. No, the kursi चाहिए आपको is my creation, not reality. Then made the world's existence, world's value, and world's utility is only imagination. Actually, neither it exists, not valuable, nor we need to have it as a self. But still, and why do we do? अचिंत्य क्यों हो रहा है इसका जवाब नहीं है, उसको छोड़ दो, वही जवाब। I like this point very much. What Bhagavan Karika said, अचिंता सर्वदा एवते. Himself has said he can't be. Okay. Now 53 mantra ले लो. Mm. 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 This word, na nirgata te vijnanat, dravyatva abhava yogatah. Dravyatva abhava is explained every day, I am telling. There is no matter in that abhasa rujuvakra. No matter. You can't hold it and measure it or anything. It's only appearance. Without a matter that would appear is called as appearance. Neither it has its own matter, nor it has matter brought from somewhere else, nor the Alatha has supplied some matter to it. That is why you have to move that firebrand in a dark room and then see, then the example become more clear. Compared with that is the world. There's no matter in the world other than self. Self is not a matter. But as that abhasas are seen and mesmerized as if we have to take it as reality, so to the entire world is so mesmerizingly, enchantingly presents itself in front of us that we just get caught up by it and say that it is real. Because I took it as real, then I become responsible to maintain it, to take care of it, to own it, to disown it, to use it. ऐसा फिर उसके बाद आने वाला संसार. That's how the self-created samsara we are in. Always nothing in the world required input Dehendra Manobuddhi. I am the self, I don't need all of them. But I imagine them, I give reality to them, I say they are important, then I buy them and I own them, I try to use them, I have to maintain them. ये सब संसार है. शुद्ध आत्मा में आनंद है. आत्मा आनंद के लिए कुछ चाहिए नहीं. इनफैक्ट दे आर ऑल obstructions only to this. So कार्य कारणता अभावात अतः यतः अचिन्त्याः सदा एव ते. Achintya te yataha sada eva. This you understand. They're always achintya only. Finally, why the brand is appearing is no answer. Why this a variety of designs are appearing is unreal. It is achintya, one cannot explain it. And that is a solution for it. Why do you elongate it? No, no, इसका भी आप जवाब दो, इसका कोई वजह बताओ, कहाँ से आया, you tell me. No, the next 3-4 slokas are the ones they'll, I'm sure, will go up above our head as bouncer only, or they'll go as wide only. If you try to face, you'll become LBW. With that pakka conviction, we are going to discuss it now. And in the beginning only, I will say the point which is under discussion next 3 slokas. पहले बता देता हूँ, so that you become familiar. What is that? The discussion about something is real and it has a cause for it. Asti jagatu tasya karanam kimapi asti. These are the two things which can never be answered, and that is what pushes us into complication. What is the complication? World is not there, but it is seen. Though it is not there, it is seen, but you take it as real. Then you try to find a cause for it, where in reality actually it is not there. ध्यान से सुनना. नहीं है को है मानते हो, फिर उस है का कारण ढूंढते हो, जिसका जो नहीं है. अब इसका कोई समाधान मिलेगा क्या? डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड द एनालिसिस? दैट व्हिच इज नॉट देयर, यू एक्सेप्ट इट एज इज देयर. Then we ask for the reason of it. Of what? That which actually is not there. So something is there, it's called in technical words as karya. It has come from somewhere else, it's called as karana. Therefore, what is the entire complexity in our life? Nothing but karya karana. What is the simplest thing? There is no karana, there is no karya. What is there is only Parabrahma. Now listen carefully. What is the whole topic in the next through these slokas? You insist on this to be karya and you become responsible to find its karana. Therefore, you are entering into that complication. It is self-created. जहां कार्य कारण का विश्लेषण होता है, वह बंधन होता है. Now, at the empirical level, vyavahara level, dharma level, you have to understand karya karana. So even in spirituality also, to reject the world as real to some extent, you have to say the Paramatma is Karana, Jagat is its Karya. It's Vivarta Upadana, Nimitta Upadana, Karana. वहाँ तक allowed है. But when you touch the absolute truth at the highest level, that Karya Karana Mimamsa, which brought us up to this level, alone is an obstruction. Then what to do then? You drop it, then you will realize the self. क्यों? क्योंकि द होल वर्ल्ड इज नॉट देयर, अनरियल. अनरियल का कारण कैसा होगा? That will be the discussion next 5-6 slokas, but very highest. I am sure none of us, including the speaker, will thoroughly understand. ऐसा बढ़िया से सारे बातें लॉजिक. But then we just expose our intellects to know how limited we are in not only understanding the higher logics but accepting it. Sometimes intellect becomes capable of thinking so, but the lower mind emotion don't accept it. Because in this way, if you say the entire world is rejected, then all my vyavahara, all my sukha in the vyavahara, the indulgence, the bhoga, everything goes away, which I don't want to leave it. Therefore, though the intellect rises, still we don't accept it. Like every child, he very intellectually clearly knows what my parents are saying is perfectly correct and for my own good. There's no child who doesn't know. Yet he has got his desire in playing in his telephone or cell phone. Therefore, he argues. He argues with the parents never on the logic that they are wrong. He argues with the parent only with the idea that he wants to enjoy. बिकॉज़ यू कांट से मम्मी पढ़कर कौन बड़ा बना, कोई कह नहीं सकते पढ़ से क्या फ़ायदा, नहीं बोलेगा कोई। खेलने का ही उसको लॉजिक होता है। ही डज़न्ट वांट टू लीव इट। एंड द वन हू इज़ एबल टू devalue the sports and television or cell phone, who some children are by nature, they need not be told by parents also to study. In the same way, still we have asanas, our lower mind is there that keeps on functioning. We feel that if the world is left, we cannot be happy. Therefore, we don't want to leave the world. But this logic makes us drop the world. Therefore, we drop the logic only. Though we are capable of understanding. What is the final thing here in the next three four slokas? Karyakarana Mimamsa, which is not required, non existing, is the Karana again for the appearance of the world. Other than that, world is not there. Means what? In Paramatma, neither he has become Karana, from him nor the Jagat came out as Karya. He alone is there. This is what finally to be arrived at through logic. And these mantras of late, especially of ALAATHA Shanthi, if you thoroughly daily study and digest, highest level of Vedanta you reach. But you have to avoid in it to get benefits of that understanding in terms of experience of liberation. मुक्ति का अनुभव चाहिए तो इस ज्ञान में स्थिरता को पाना है, लेकिन ये परमोत्कृष्ट ज्ञान है, इसको जबरदस्त ज्ञान है, उतना ही शक्ति से उसको स्वीकार करना पड़ता है. If one really has that courage not only to understand but accept these logics and then the conclusion that the Jagat is neither there as Karya nor Paramatma as Karana, then for him the life becomes so simple. So simple. You understand? First make it simple. After that, enjoy. Like when we were in the course, when this topic was discussed, we used to enjoy those few days. Ki, Arey, you are not there, unreal. This world is unreal. The breakfast is unreal. Nothing is real. Only Paramatma is real. Actually, we used to feel no value given to anything. There were no raga, no dvesha. We used to play majak. We used to tell, अरे वो इडली जो नहीं है मेरे प्लेट में डालो. He also used to, yeah, I am giving the idli which is not there. Should I pour the chutney in that which is not there? He says, yeah, anyway, it is not there. You pour it. Then after 2 minutes, Arey, where is that idli which was not there, which I gave you? And I used to reply, yeah, it was not there. You gave and it went there somewhere because it is never there. You understand? That is what Manobuddhi Ankara Chittani Naham Nacha Shrotra Jive means what? They are not there. When they are not there, how can there be problem? What a great thing. This Deha, if it is there, it is there if you accept. If you say it is not there, it is Paramatma only, there's no problem. Gone. No koi Shatru hai, no koi Mitra hai, no koi Bandhu hai. In devotion, to avoid all these are attributed to Lord. Tvameva Mata, Pita, Tvameva Bandhu, Saka, Tvameva Vidya, Dravidam, Tvameva Sarva Mamadeva. Means what? All the other things, relativities are not real. You alone are appearing in so many ways. You are real, they are not so. When they are not real, then all problems have gone. When your relative world accepted as real, then only you become really responsible. But these are all very high logical conclusions and quietly to be done inside. Outside, just natak karte rehna. That balance you have to strike till the prarabdhas are there, individual and mutual. Never complicate the life with spiritual understanding or misunderstanding. Don't say, but मैं समझने वाली बात कोई practice कर रहा हूँ. उसको अंदर करो, बाहर जो नाटक करना है वो करते रहना. See that joy. न रहेगा वास न बजेगी बांसुरी. This is a Vedanta's greatest gift. नो, some हिंदी गाने जो दर्द के नगमों में यही होता है. इट इज नॉट देयर। मैं क्या करूं, काली काली कुर्सियां है, काली काली तंबू, और ये दुनिया अगर मिल भी जाए तो क्या है? इन दो सॉन्ग्स, आउट ऑफ फ्रस्ट्रेशन, बट ही सेज इज नथिंग. If you think it is there, it is there. If you think it is not there, not there. And not there is a fact. Because what is there is only Paramatma. No, understand it and apply what we saw in ABCD inspiration. So simple life is. The heavy load of all relativity which we are carrying from thousands and thousands of lives, with this one Mandukya Karikas Alatha Shanti Prakarana portion, you can download or deload all of that, unload all of that from the heart. I am worrying about that Jiva Jagat Ishwara Jagat, which is not at all real. भैया यही है सत्य. थोड़ा व्यवहार के लिए जितना चाहिए उतना है, उसके तो कुछ नहीं बस. These are all achieved in that Bhagavata etc. by living like a sannyasi or avadhuta. All that life leads to this higher understanding. Because when you live like that as sannyasi avadhuta, where you're not depending on things are being, their importance in the mind goes away. Then your inquiry, then what is reality, becomes so strong, you discover reality. Really, they are not there. What is there is only Paramatma. This Alatha Shanti is such a highest example. Ki all abhasas are seen, but apakka they are unreal. Apply it. All abhasas are seen. The entire world is abhasa, unreal. What is reality? Layer Alatha is reality. Here Vijnanatma is reality. This is what first intellectual understanding, and this is what we have to find on the seat of meditation. What is meditation? Discovering that Vijnana Atma, in the ignorance of whom the entire Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, gross, subtle, and causal were just imagined, projected. Now, when I am talking this, it is imagined, projected, unreal. 10 days, if I do every day, it will enter into your heart. That is how it is. It is the fact. Whether I, as a speaker, tell you or you yourself do it, but that is a fact. This is at the most imaginary seen thing, but in reality, it is not at all real. However, I did not value it to suffer. That is why आदावंते चैन्नास्ति वर्तमाने विततता, all these logics बता कर हमको build कर रहे हैं. See, we were doing so many texts, and our connection between the shlokas and karikas and prakaranas was not perfect because we are studying first time. Otherwise, leaving all the study aside, Subha, Dopa, Shama, if you study only Mandukya Upanishad with all Prakarana and Karika and try to see the connectivity between them, you will see the systematic development of the thought flow to reach us to the absolute truth, which is one without second, in which the entire world is not at all there. It will be Shastriya, it will be logical, it is sadhana, and also the experience. The Karikakara will see that we get it. That much pakka wonderful is this text. We have to tune to it with all our love and devotion. And all it is in good sense and humor. Don't feel that अगर दुनिया नहीं है तो क्या, कुछ नहीं, वो परमात्मा तो है. One more thing is what? The world as an expression of Lord is there. The world in which with your ignorance you have imagined your own world and creating your samsara, that goes away. Jiva Sushti gone. Ishvara Sushti, let it be there. Even Ishvara Sushti also you can reject. What is there is only Parabrahma. So I explained the thought ki karya karanata abhavad yataha achintyaha sadevate. There is no, in this example, I tell you, the alatha is neither karana, abhasasar nor the karya. क्यों? बिकॉज उसमें द्रव्य नहीं है, वो इसमें से नहीं आया और उसमें नहीं गया. Like from the mud, the pot came. When the pot breaks, it goes into the mud. Therefore, the mud is karana, the pot is the karya. And in the mud also, there is solid material is there, which was there in the mud. Ultimately, they are one. The example of alatha is little higher, not that. अगर वही होता तो वही एग्जाम्पल देते ना, नया क्यों? In the example of alatha, Unlike the matti was the cause for the pot, the alatha is not cause for the fire band abhasas of Rujuvakradi. Remember, neither the light of the alatha is there in them, nor the matter of this is there in that, nor it has its own dravya, nor it came from this, nor it entered into this. Therefore, by any reason, there is no sambandha between these two. This leads to a very bombshell of powerful thought. I'll share it right now, I may forget it. At one level, as we continuously say that the swapna is caused by the Jagat, Jagrat Avastha, in fact, these two are also broken. Never ever the Jagrat is a cause for the swapna because Jagrat itself is unreal. How can it be the cause for something else? But you are living in a same relativity, therefore they appear to be cause and effect. It's only appearance. Tentatively, some of the cause Jagrat appear to be like the Sapna, लेकिन everything just as it is in Jagrat जैसा था वैसे ही है क्या स्वप्न में? नहीं है. In fact, at that sukshma scrutinizing level, you will see neither Jagrat is cause of the Swapna, nor the Karya Sharira Vasanas is the cause of even Jagrat or Swapna. They are neither connected nor they exist. In fact, all of them are zero in the Paramatma. This is the highest truth. But still, how they are there? Only because you believe them, they are there, they are there. But the expression of my belief, as we started today's class, that we take it as an effect and we search for the cause. When you take it as effect and search for a cause, you definitely find a cause because you are taking the effect as real. Then you are happy with I found the cause and effect. This is what he said in 6 7 slokas back by saying that Bhuta Darshana. You see the ornament, you call it as effect, and you search for the cause, you find the gold. Therefore, you are satisfied that the gold is a cause, ornaments are effect. This is a Yukti Darshanam. But what was the Bhuta Darshanam, if you remember 7 8 days back? What is the cause even for the cause of the ornament called as the gold? If you go, ultimately you reach to that Paramatma only, which is never a cause of anything. Therefore, from that standpoint, where are these Karya Karana of the gold and ornament? नहीं है कि नहीं? हाँ. But in a peculiar condition, the reality to the mass of the gold is given. First mistake is that. And even if you not think spiritually, you see from science standpoint also, what is there in the gold? You know what is there in the gold? Space only. Make the gold into smallest, you make it at atomical level. Atomical level when you go, in that you will see more space than the matter. Even further you go into whatever matter, what you find is space only. Therefore, what is there in the gold? Space. Rather, gold is there in the space. In the gold, there is no space. Space में gold है. How? Space is not seen as space, therefore you have seen gold. The space in the gold cannot be seen with the naked eye. Space in the gold can be seen with the intellectual analysis. So wherever you are seeing the gold, at every nook and corner, what is there is space only. Then what is the relation between gold and space? Dense and solidified space alone is gold. Where the solidification of the gold happening, space happening in the form of gold, only in your concept, your acceptance. If you change your concept from this level to the logical thing, in the space there is gold, then you don't give value to the gold because there is no gold at all. What if there is space only? But I am touching the gold, that is another level. Your gross hand and its parsaguna, which you are giving value, from that standpoint, you are touching gold. But you go into the subtle cause of the hand also, you will find in that also there is space only. How can one space touch the other one? You understand how the logic works. So where is the karanatva of the gold and karyatva of the ornaments? In absolute reality? No. So only two answers are what? It is achintaniya. Second is it is your insistence. Therefore, you drop insistence and drop chinta, you will just reach reality at that very moment. But it is not so easy, and as said, very difficult then. Saying is doing it. Because we don't live. That's why? Because we have value for the gold ornaments, we have value for the food, we have value for everything. They are called as vasanas. Vasana is value. That value is self-created. That's why each one's vasanas are different. If the vasanas are real, everybody should have same vasanas. Each one has different vasana means that no vasana is correct or real. It is only accept. You reject them, you are realized. No, they're very complicated thoughts what I am sharing today. ध्यान से सुनना इन चीजों को. Vedanti, as he grows subtler, when he holds on to Guru and Shastra, the Guru Shastra reveals to him these. Once these understandings are done, the same world which was complicated, which was tough, which was difficult to maintain, सारा dissolve होता है भाई. How can I fight with the world which is not there? Then you just accept it as it is. That's what the world wants. जो हम देते हैं ले लो खत्म बात. संसार ही नहीं है. I give you birth, take. I take away the birth from you, I'll kill you. Take. क्या है? Now come to this mantra number 53. Avatarika first. Very interesting. Ajam ekam atma tattvam iti sthitam. Therefore, with all these examples of alatha and logical, there is only one self which is unborn, unmodifying, unchanging, never becoming old and never dying. That is there. That is alatha there, vijnanatma here. Okay? Alatha there, vijnanatma here. That alone. Other than that, nothing. Tatra yahi abhi karya karana bhava kalpate tesham. In that Atma, which is one without second, never changeable, modifiable, etc., in that again, if somebody is saying karya karanata bhava, then I am refuting it with my this next sloka logic. I am giving you a logic to think by which your notion of existence of karya karana bhava will be rejected. Then what will reach to? The Parabrahma, which is never become a Karana. Therefore, in that there is no Jagat Karya expressed. So, इन परमात्मा जगत है क्या? इन परमात्मा जगत होने का ही संभावना नहीं है. अब है की बात कहां से आएगा? Again, same question, but I am seeing. So, you are seeing from your ignorant drushti. That is what called as ignorance. When you get the jnana drushti, you only will say it is not there. What is there is Parabrahma. And how to develop jnana drushti? What is jnana drushti? Is the purpose content of every shastra, Vedanta shastra, Upanishad shastra. उपनिषद का पर्पस ये है कि राइज अवर अंडरस्टैंडिंग एंड नॉलेज टू हाईएस्ट लेवल. फ्रॉम देयर यू सी ओनली परब्रह्म, नो जगत. नाउ वी आर सीइंग फ्रॉम द जगत फ्रॉम द अज्ञान दृष्टि. Like the world is green because green goggles, yellow goggles. Is it not? So now the world is real because from the goggles of ignorance. When you get the knowledge, you will see with the knowledge of goggle, everything is one Parabrahma. Who think still the Karya Karana is there, I am giving them logic. Use it and see, then you will see that you will reject the acceptance of Karya Karana Mimamsa. Then you have transcended the worldness. You are in Brahma. Now, first, this all happens intellectual. Then, on the seat of meditation, you keep on practicing it. In the practice of this, in that burning practice, the heat generated will burn all the notions, all the vasanas, all the habits, all the dislikings, all the unwanted acceptances. They all go away. Then we establish in what we have understood. Understood that Parabrahma is real, the world is not there. In that understanding, we get established. It takes time because we have gone away from that path. So to come back to that path or understanding, it takes some time. Give that time in the heat of meditation, all the wrong notions, wrong acceptances go away. What is spirituality? In the light of the higher and greater knowledge, we burn and leave the lower knowledge or lower ignorance. And the highest knowledge is Parabrahma alone is real. The lower knowledge is Jagat is real and it is effect and it came from the Paramatma. This gets dissolved. Then what do we see or experience? Brahmamayam Rere. Sarvam Am Brahmas. There is only one thing in the world, Brahma, and that is me. There is no thing other than Brahma, and Brahma is never away from me other than me. So I am that Brahma which is one without second. Aham Brahmasmi Kevalam. Aham Brahmasmi Kevalam. Ekavevadvayam Brahma Ahamasmi. Naiha Brahmani Nana Asti Kinchana. From such a reality level of Brahman alone is real, we came to the level of creating cosmoses, the continents, the countries, the states, the people, the things, the beings, the mutual relations, their position, then the dharma, the adharma, the papa, the punya, the swarga, the naraka. All these projection on the because of ignorance. And from this such a complicated misunderstanding, through the Vedanta guidance, slowly we get to that simplest life. The only Parabrahma is there, I am that. To do that, you have to have Viveka and Vairagya. नहीं तो छोड़ नहीं पाओगे जगत को. नहीं छोड़ोगे तो भगवान पकड़ में नहीं आएंगे. भगवान को नहीं पकड़े तो जगत जो नहीं है ऐसी बात समझ में नहीं आएगी. And they all keep this knowledge with you. Don't quote this knowledge at home or anywhere. Mainly, the Alatha Prakarana of the Mandukya is only for our inner sadhana and experience. While gaining that, you devalue the world, the outer samsara is reduced. Don't impose this knowledge on others. Don't misuse this knowledge to educate others. They'll take you as erratic and funny. And they will humiliate you. चलो सब ब्रह्म है खाना नहीं है तो हम आपको खाना नहीं देंगे. No, you said everything is Brahma, then nothing other than it. Then you have to accept that really khana nahi hai. Then they don't give. And they do all insults. They insult and say, you are not Jiva, you are Brahma. Brahma cannot be touched. So Brahma is not insulted. How can you get insulted? Therefore, I'll scold you. Brahma is one without second. He should not have purse or money or cell phone. So I'll take it. Because I'm not in Brahma Jnana. For me, the word is real. Your purse is real. Your phone is real. And it is very good. So they do. They will fuss off you. Therefore, don't use it outside. Say for yourself. Say to yourself that I am complicating my life by accepting the reality, accepting this world to be real. Let me know that Brahman is real. These are all or achintya. Why they are seen also is the wrong question. They are not at all there, but still. When you develop this vision of very subtlety, the gross things lose their grossness. Then what will happen? Gross appearance will be there. It is like an example of when you burn a rope. It is burned, but still it appears in that shape. Oof kar do, it will go away, the whole ash will. You have seen it no so many times? It's so interesting. You burn a newspaper very slowly. It is burnt, but still the paperness, even letters also you can see. If you burn it in a windless place, in a delicate slow manner, if you burn, लगता है कि पेपर है उसके ऊपर अक्षर है. उफ कर तो निकल गया. Same way when we digest and live this knowledge, the entire world उफ कर तो चला जाता है. Only it appears as name and form. Like to a Mahagnani or Mahabhakta, he Guru appears. Guru appears to him as if in three-dimensional flesh and blood. No, it is only Kanti, it is only Chaitanya. But in the Rupa Nama Rupa, for you to cognize his presence there to address. Otherwise, that darshan of Bhagavan Jingawa, you can't take him for an X-ray or you can't weigh him and weigh mission and say, अब 80 किलो के हो गए आप और 70 के हैं. There is no dravya in that. Pure consciousness only appears like that. You understand that? in the same way, to a ज्ञानी who is reaching to this level of अजातवाद, the entire world appear, but उसमें कोई दम ही नहीं है, जो है सिर्फ परब्रह्म है। कर तो सब निकल जाएगा नाम और रूप। What I am saying is very sublime. I know many of you may be finding difficult to understand, but that is the subject we are studying. Now, what is the shloka? Dravyam dravyasya hetu syat anyad anyasya chaiva hi dravyatvam anya bhavo va dharmanam nopapadyate. Dravyam dravyasya hetu syat anyad anyasya chaiva hi dravyatvam anya bhavo va dharmanam nopapadyate. Hmm. Hmm. These are very high level of enquiries, logics. The ones who hold on to the Nama Rupa with insistence because of some utility, such people will not be willing to think in this higher manner. And they will not even accept, even if they are willing to listen and understand. Only literal meaning today, Bhashya ke saath tomorrow. What is the question? Still you insist Karya Bhava, that is rejected. What is that? How it's a 2 3 point. One, Dravya becomes cause for Dravya. Anyat means the Sukshma Guna become cause for the Guna. Dravya will not become cause for the Gunas, Gunas will not become cause for Dravya. Then Dravya अपने ही द्रव्य का कारण बनेगा नहीं और गुणों से और कुछ नहीं आता. Here Dravyam and Anyat, they are two words used. Dravya are the objects, subtle, gross. Gunas, Anyat means the gunas in that, which are not seen. The gunas. Okay. So, it is what? अन्य से अर्थव्यत्वाद अन्य नकाशे कार्यों कारणवा आत्मा इति अर्थः. So द्रव्यत्वम अन्य भावो वा धर्माणम नोपद्यते. Now see, again I'll just explain tomorrow, it will be clear. Dravya becomes cause of dravya. The gunas become cause of the guna. Gunas are subtle, dravya is gross. The guna cannot cause dravya, dravya cannot cause guna. First, this is logic. Second logic is what? The Vijnana Atma hai na Paramatma. It is not a dravya, it is not a guna. Therefore, the entire Karya Karanatva is not applicable on that. Paramatma is not a dravya, it is not a guna. You say it's got nirguna dravya rahita. It's a pure experience. उसको और कुछ नहीं कह सकते. And these Sat Swarupa, Chit Swarupa, they are neither gunas nor dravyas of that Atma. They are the indications to go to that Atma experience. Because Satya, when you say, you have to say it in contrast with Asatya. Then only it has a value. Chit, when you say, it is in contrast with something called as Jada. Sat, Chit are the words only to push us into that experience in which these words, which otherwise will have to be talked in contrast with the opposite, also will not be valid there. We talk Parabrahma is Sachidananda. Why do you call it Sat? Because there is something other than it called Asat. When there is Asat is not there, you can't call it as Sat also. Is it not? When you don't accept some as Jada, you can't call him as Chaitanya also. Because Chaitanya Shabda is always in contrast with Jada. So too you can't call it a Ananda. Because the word Ananda comes when there is a Dukkha opposite to it is there. That is why they million times say ki the self is inexplicable. The Satchidananda is the nearest indicative definition only, not the experiential or real definition it is. That is why in Nasattanna Saduchate, as it is in Gita, you can't call it as Sat or Asat. You can't call it Chitta or Achitta. You can't call it as Ananda or Dukkha. Then what do you call? You can't call anything, but still it is there and that is you. That is called as being. यानी पुल ला और पूछो तो जवाब देना पड़ता है, बीइंग एज सत्य, हैविंग द कॉन्शियसनेस, फीलिंग लाइक एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ ब्लिस। ऐसा पूछने वालों के लिए कहना पड़ता है, अदरवाइज इवन दीज वर्ड्स आल्सो डजंट फिट देयर। सो द्रव्यम द्रव्यते हेतु स्यात् अन्यद अन्यस्य एव च। then then says dravyatvam anya bhavava dharmanam na upadyate. The dharmana means the atma jivanam, jiva or atma here. Neither it can be a dharma, no, sorry, neither it can be dravya nor it can be guna. See, the padarthas have dravyatva. In that dravyatva yukta padartha, there are gunas, like an ice block. It is a padartha. Therefore, there is dravya in it. And in that there is a guna, that is cold to touch. A matter alone can have dravyatva and as guna. Paramatma is not a matter. Conscious self is not a matter. इसलिए द्रव्य नहीं है इसमें, इसलिए गुण नहीं है. And wherever dravya guna are there, there is karikaranata bhava. That also dravya se guna se guna. What is the meaning of guna to guna? Like you have nice gunas of love, kindness in me. When you are in my company for some time, you will get that guna in you. That's called guna se guna ka utpatti hona. I have a negative qualities, mano guna. When you are in company with me, you will have negative guna only in you. Like when I become anger, I generate anger in you. So guna se guna utpanna hua. Dravya se dravya, from the mother, the son or daughter, the children are born. Body se body utpanna hua. Dravya se dravya. Guna se guna. So dravya, dravya, guna, guna. And the another thing is what from the dravya, when the dravya comes, it will be different, not the same. If the same one, you cannot call it as effect and cause. That's what I said, the extreme example from the mother is not born. A child, somebody other than the mother is born. If the mother is a mother born, what you can't call it as birth and it is not possible also. These are the logics. At least some form shape should be there. Like from the mud is never born. Then you can never call as mud born or birth. From the mud, pot is born, which is something other than the mud, at least in shape and name and utility. देखो ये जो उदाहरण होते हैं ना हमेशा एक ही एक्सप्लेनेशन के लिए नहीं होते हैं. It will be for various explanation. For example, this one. मट्टी रूपी द्रव्य से घटा रूपी द्रव्य ही निकला. द्रव्य से द्रव्य का हेतु हुआ. Now the main point is what? The self in me is neither dravya nor guna. Therefore, from that dravya cannot come, guna cannot come. Therefore, it is neither cause nor there is any effect. Further, we will see tomorrow. Then comes Evamna Chittaja Dharma, this shloka. Then 55, 56 are the wonderful ones. It will relax us, I tell you. After understanding 55, 56, you will become master of counseling others, consoling others. Of course, you have to know the trick and vocabulary to teach them, tell them in such a way that they are not further confused. But a typical special ability comes in you and me to first of all sort out our own problems, then we'll help others also. And this is not very commonly said, but without Shastriya authority and logic. What is that? Kuch nahi hai, farak nahi padta. There's nothing, therefore don't worry. That is the essence. This is the highest wisdom, you know. There is nothing, therefore don't worry. It's the highest wisdom. Because there is nothing called as world to be worried about. What is there is a Parabrahma. जो हम जनरली बात करते हैं ना, when you went for medical checkup test, reports came, you went to doctor with a high tension. Doctor साहब क्या हुआ क्या हुआ? He says बेटा nothing, don't worry. Then you feel relaxed. Then he shows all the reports. Then everywhere there is problem. He says, why do you say nothing? Because I have a treatment. Do you have money? Yeah, दे दो. But that nothing, don't worry, is the highest wisdom. Otherwise, if there is something, it will be there only to create worry to you. That is the ultimate wisdom. There's no thing other than Parabrahma to be worried by us. In that everything, your Srushti, Sthiti, Laya at the Samishti and Veshti level, and in the Sthiti Kala, Lava, Hani, Jaya, Parajaya, sub just like dream, just like the snake on the rope, just like a movie on TV. As much they are all unreal, so too all these are unreal. But this should be done in the mind and lighten the mind. And outside, just do the natak as you also accepting the world as real and do the works of the dharma as they do in the world. That is why Jnani will work like Ajnani only, but the difference is he never takes this as real. There is no attachments to him. Sakta karmani avidvamsa yatha kurvanti bharata kuryad vidvantata asakta chikirsu loka sangraham. What a beautiful thing. As I said to you, at least 3, 4, 5 readings of this Upanishad will give us little more conviction and understanding. Alright, let it happen this way. Keep a smile on the face and keep the mind relaxed and allow the knowledge as the Guru Parampara is giving to enter and sink and settle there. And take tamasha. Don't be anxious if you have not understood. Don't be arrogant that it is understood. Don't make it complicated. Don't be worried. Alright. Let the Lord, our Guru, our Shastra open all those knots, keep in front of us the higher, deeper understandings. Thank you. Which mantra will chant? द्रव्यं द्रव्यस्य हेतु स्यात् अन्यदन्यस्य चैव हि द्रव्यत्वमन्यभावो वा धर्माणां नोपपद्यते द्रव्यं द्रव्यस्य हेतु स्यात् अन्यदन्यस्य चैव हि द्रव्यत्वमन्यभावो वा धर्माणां नोपपद्यते द्रव्यं द्रव्यस्य हेतु स्यात् अन्यदन्यस्य चैव हि द्रव्यत्वमन्यभावो वा धर्माणां नोपपद्यते एवं न चित्तजा धर्माः चित्तं वापि न धर्मजम् एवं हेत्वला जातिं प्रविशन्ति मनीषिणः एवं न चित्तजा धर्माः चित्तं वापि न धर्मजम् एवं हेत्वला जातिं प्रविशन्ति मनीषिणः एवं न चित्तजा धर्माः चित्तं वापि न धर्मजम् एवं हेत्वला जातिं प्रविशन्ति मनीषिणः यावदेतुबलावेशः तावदेतुबलोदयः क्षीणे हेतुबलावेशे नास्ति हेतुबलोद्भवः यावदेतुबलावेशः तावदेतुबलोदयः क्षीणे हेतुबलावेशे नास्ति हेतुबलोद्भवः यावदेतुबलावेशः तावदेतुबलोदयः क्षीणे हेतुबलावेशे नास्ति हेतुबलोद्भवः. These 56, 66 are these such a knowledges. It is going to make our lives very effortless, simple. Be ready for it. Om 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 Today's thought is the power of making it simple. Another day we'll see power of taking it easy also. Power of making it simple. Let the talk be simple. Let the vyavahara be simple. Let the thoughts and intentions be simple. Let the response to the world, whatever it comes, is simple. Don't complicate it. See the joy that simple life gives us. The birth is simple, death is simple, diseases are simple. That was the power today we talked about. 2, 3, 4 more days I'll do. Then we'll go into our common sense series for 10, 15 days. Then maybe Gita Mahavakyas or some other text. We'll see. जैसे प्रभु चाहते हैं. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः परमऋषिभ्यो नमः परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Let us have Mandukamar Singh Godabadacharya Adesha Guru. Now the chanting for 4-5 minutes.